Very happy to win the semi-final. Obviously, we played against a team that is very difficult to generate chances. We generated a lot. We should have scored many more goals than the one that we scored. And when you don't close the games, it can always happen. A short piece, a long throw, or a wide free kick, like it happened. But you have to rely again on the boxes. And I think the players were so composed with the penalties. And at the end, Kepa managed to save one, and where we want to be.
It was such a dominant first half as well. Gabriel Martinelli in particular, so influential. Would you like to have kept him on the pitch longer? Was that an injury to him in the end?
Yes, so he could not carry on, so we had to make the sub. But I think in general we were really good. We generated a lot of chances. In the second half they were more aggressive and we generated chances, but in open spaces. But we didn't find the trigger there in the right moment to put the ball in the back of the net. But overall, another victory. I'm really happy.
Why was it, you think, in the second half you were unable to keep the pressure on like you managed in that opening 45?
Well, there were changes that they were a bit more aggressive and the game required something else. But we had many opportunities, but we weren't that precise at the end to kill them, because we had 4 big chances in the second half as well, and then you have to put the game to bed.
And in terms of the 8 changes you made, you must have been really pleased with the influence they had on the game overall.
Yes, because it's always tough. They don't have the right chemistry. It's a lot of changes. Some of them they haven't played together, but I mean their attitude is excellent. I think we had some big individual performances tonight as well. Great to be Javi Jesus after a year almost starting a game and making 100th appearance. Kepa as well, that his level of commitment with the group is just incredible. So very happy for the boys.
You play a lot of knockout football, and I know you don't want them to go to penalties every time, but the quality of those penalties must be quite reassuring.
Yes, very good, very composed, it's very good. I mean, that's going to help us in the future if we need to go through that again.
And overall for the club, to get into a semi-final now and be within touching distance of some silverware, what does that mean?
Well, it's the second season in a row that we are in this competition, in the semi-finals. So, game every 3 days. We have the Christmas period right now. So, wish everybody a happy Christmas and all the best for the new year. And we will be here again in a few days. It
brings extra games, but it can also bring a lot of confidence, can't it? And a lot of positivity to the players when you have a run like this.
Yes, and it brought a lot of energy in the stadium as well. Thank you, everybody. The atmosphere that they created again. So, we're going to need them.
Appreciate your time, Michael.
Thank you.
It was a tough game against a top team. We know it's always hard to play against Palace, but I think we did well. We scored almost at the end. Apart from my mistake, would help us to score at the end. We played well. Kepa was good today, so we are so happy to be in semi-final now.
You created so many chances, particularly in the first half. When you did get the lead, were you thinking that was enough?
Yeah, of course. First half we played so well, but we knew that it was not enough because we have to score. At the end we scored, unfortunately we conceded at the end of the game. But at the end, Kepa saved us in the penalty show. So we are so happy to have him, and we are so happy to be in the semi-final.
Kepa, you had a relatively quiet night, but then when the goal goes in at the end, are you thinking that's possibly the worst scenario?
Well, I think we should take a couple of opportunities that we had in the first half. I think we played so well, then they changed, they adapt a little bit, and second half was like more 50-50. Even like this, we had big chances, and it's something that we have to improve. We conceded a couple of games in the last minute, so something that we have to improve and focus on that.
When it goes deep into a penalty shootout like that, and the goals just keep going in and in and in, what is your mindset? You think I just need to get hold of one?
You have to keep the cool and think in the next one. Be focused, don't lose your focus. It's important because as soon as you save one, maybe it's decisive.
And William, this game is all about winning silverware. This is a great chance now, you're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, we are so happy to be in semi-final. We have to take, we have to learn the lesson from last season, because we got the semi-final last season, but we lost the 2 games. So now this season we want to win both games, and we want to go in the final.
Well done both of you. William is the Carabao Cup player of the match. Do the honours, Kepa.
Of course. Big game. Beast.
Yeah. Thank you, my guy.
Well done.
For Arsenal to win it in the end.
Yeah, unbelievable. More complicated than it should be, to be honest. First half, amazing first half. Many chances. I think the team deserved to win comfortably today.
But this is football. This is why football is so great and everyone loves it. So yeah, now in penalties, but a win is a win, and we're in the semi-finals, so really, really happy.
Yeah, how pleased are you as well for your standing goalkeeper, second goalkeeper, Kepa?
Yeah, so pleased. I mean, he deserves it. He's a very good guy, hard worker. Every training session giving his best, supporting everyone, and he's a really nice guy. So yeah, very happy for him.
Yeah, in this competition 3 years ago, he played in a final and missed the decisive penalty in this competition. So that'll mean a lot to him. Yeah,
I'm sure of it. Many penalties, and the decisive one, the last one, he saves it. Now he feels part of the team. I mean, this shows that everyone in this team has their time and they play a role, and today was him that saved us, so really happy.
Is the frustration that you had to win it the hard way, though, that you couldn't finish some of those great chances?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is the highest level, and obviously if you keep missing chances, they'll have the chance as well. And we have to learn from mistakes. Obviously, we all want to score. Maybe it's I don't know, having more focus or being more accurate. But to be fair, at the end of the game, we cannot concede that free kick. We cannot concede those throw-ins. We have to be a much more composed team, mature team, and handle the last minutes in a better way.
5 games before you play the semi-final, but it'll be Chelsea over 2 legs for you.
Yeah, big game, massive game, hard opponent. I mean, didn't matter who we played. Everyone is really, really good team. So yeah, focus now on the next game, and we'll see in the semi-finals Chelsea.
Breathless stuff tonight, but well done.
Thank you very much.
To admire about your team and their character, but in the end, one penalty was the difference.
Well, that's always in a penalty shootout, that one penalty is the difference. So, and this time we were the ones who missed it, but nobody to blame. So I think first half we had a bad performance, but then coming back like we did in second half was much better. And even then when we conceded the goal, it looked like a déjà vu from the league game. But then coming back again, so huge credit to the players. And then in penalty shootout everything is possible. And we have won 2 this year, and today. Arsenal were the lucky ones, honestly. Also, they took them so well. I've seen many penalty shootouts, but I can't remember that every single one was taken so well. Then one, has to miss, otherwise we would shoot until tomorrow. Yeah. So, and today, unfortunately, we were the ones. But again, we can build up on the second half performance, definitely.
Yes, what can you take from the performance? A lot of the resilience and clearly getting back in the game too.
Yes, exactly, and the way we played second half, the way we matched them, and when everybody is telling us so many games and you are fatigued and you are tired, and if this really is the case, you can't come back like we did today, not in the second half with this performance, and not in the second half after a 0-1. So I think when we build up on the second half performance, we will play a very good season.
And the quality of penalties, Ian, we should say something about that. I think still we think, there'll be a few misses.
Yeah.
And neither goalkeeper got anywhere near any of them until the last one.
No, it's a very high standard. The penalties were very good. To the point then, because what happens when you do that, you think, well, I don't fancy him, and then bam, he takes another great penalty. But the goalkeeper didn't have any chance apart from that one what he took there at the end, Lacroix, and he got down to it, Kepa. Well done to him.
I mean, Maxence Lacroix, as we said, along with Marc Guéhi, no one's played more minutes. Sometimes Johnny just says, not my night. I've scored an own goal and I missed the vital penalty. That's just football sometimes, isn't it?
That is. It's a cruelty of it. Yeah. Sometimes it comes and raises its head like that on nights like this. But he's an outstanding player and an outstanding servant, first and foremost, for this club. And this is just one of those nights where it didn't quite fall for him.
No, absolutely. Ian, do you think Arsenal will sit there and go, bearing in mind the first half of the chances they created, that they'll go, actually, we just about deserve that?
But it's something that they're going to have to really focus on for the rest of the season. You know, being ruthless enough to finish these games. And then if you haven't finished those games, then being defensive enough to see them out. Because I think the foul from William Saliba at the end there, it's a poor foul to give away.
Mikel Merino said as much, didn't he, in that interview?
For a player of his experience, it's a terrible foul to give away. And you kind of felt it in the air that something was coming, because Palace were so much better in the second half. And in the end, obviously the penalty shootout did it for them. But it was the decisions that were made in that game was something that you have to look at if you're Arsenal.
Yeah. They defended the corners on the whole, Palace, very well. I know they conceded 4 goals from set pieces at Ellen Road. But up until when Arsenal scored, they dealt with everything from a set-piece point of view.
Like what Joel said there, it's the ball in. It's caused the confusion there, and then it's right in amongst the bodies, and then it's like a pinball, and then, unfortunately, it's come off the defender.
Yeah. And then, as Ian's just said, Saliba giving away that free kick. As a defender, you're going, don't do anything.
He gets the tap in. That's the kind of movement that a forward would be doing.
Your front foot, aren't you?
That's exactly right. You're moving while everyone else is standing still.
And the beauty of football will, if we come back in 100 years' time, will be in the scoring system. No matter how many chances Arsenal created, they only scored one.
Yeah.
They were only one behind Palace. That was their first shot on target. That's the beauty of the game, isn't it? You just know you're always still in the game.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I think always at 1-0 it's such a tough scoreline because there is always that chance. And we spoke about it time and time again last season. The manager spoke and said we will create chances. There are opportunities. It's about capitalising on them. And tonight they've done that to get themselves back level, and obviously couldn't quite go on to win on pens.
In the end, I thought Arsenal's first half performance, with the goals that they should have scored, chances they created, I think they deserve the game overall.
Overall, they'll play Chelsea in the semi-final, and when we come back, the final part, I think that's right, isn't it, Joel? The way that Palace played in the second half, having altered things systematically, they showed they're a match for literally anybody in the Premier League, quite comfortably, Palace.
Absolutely, and I think in that second half, you saw a little bit. I think first half was a little bit passive. Not getting up to the ball, not getting a bit of contact on players. And second half, I think you got Adam Wharton going on the ball and starting to break lines. You got JP running in behind. Obviously, you pride yourself on your defensive structure, and you can spring from that. And they, like the manager said there, they matched Arsenal and went above and beyond them. And probably in the second half.
And you really wanted Adam Wharton to get on the ball in the second half, and he does. What does he do so well, which brings so much benefit to Palace, and maybe internationally as well?
It's the composure. The composure and the technical ability. He can get himself out of little pockets of areas, and if you've got runners, willing runners, or you've got a good hold-up man, like a Mateta who can hold it up and people could go and join him, he gives you the ball. He's the kind of midfielder I want to be playing in front of, because I know he's going to constantly be looking for me, even if it's a difficult pass.
He looks forward every time, doesn't he?
He looks forward, and that's what you want from him. And I thought he got a lot better chances to do that in the second half than he did in the first half. And that's why they started to play a lot better, Palace.
Yeah. What's his ceiling, Adam Wharton?
The sky's the limit, I think, for him in the way in which he plays. I think the way in which he handles. Since he's come to Palace and the spotlight that's been on him, and he deserves the plaudits that he's got, because he's come in and he's changed the way in which that we play in many ways. He's the orchestrator in there, and he's the quarterback who kind of dictates the game. And like we said there, his first thought is to play forward, and he's not scared of making those passes time and time again.
And I think what I think with him is they should have started the game like that. They should have started the game with a little bit more gusto, a little bit more. Let's go and get them. Let's go for Palace, because they go for Arsenal, because they've got players trying to impress themselves. So they should have put them under a bit more pressure.
We're hearing good news. Chris Richards, it looked worse than it is, and they're hoping it'll be all right for New Year's Day. I mean, obviously, whenever you see blood, you're thinking, it's terrible. But actually, fingers crossed, it's not as bad as that. Arsenal got 5 games before they play the first leg against Chelsea. You said it earlier, in they're just making very heavy work of things. I mean, the last 3 goals they've scored at the Emirates have all been own goals.
Yeah.
2 against Wolves and today. Why are they making such heavy work of things?
I think they're just not taking the chances to be more relaxed in games. You've got to take those chances, and it's not easy. If it was easy, I'm sure they would have done it, no problem. But you've got to take those chances. You've got to be more ruthless with those. I think especially the first time with Noni Madueke, I thought that was a very good chance. I thought some of the goalkeeper's saves were good saves, but I thought there were chances that people should have been able to take. And then you get more comfortable in the game and you feel a little bit more confident. And then maybe bring on some other players, you can see the game out. But we don't seem to be doing that in a minute. And it's something that we're going to have to learn to do as this season's going on, if we're going to try and win the title.
I think I said to you during the game, I think there was a moment when Ebbs got the ball on his back foot. Could he have maybe taken the shot?
Yeah.
But he's found the pass, and the same with Gabriel, with Jesus.
Jesus.
He could have taken that shot on, and when you're not set as a defender, things can go through your legs. You can take it off your back of your heel and wrong foot the keeper, because the keeper's not set either. So
a little bit more decisiveness.
Just take the shot on. And
I said to Ian in the middle of the second half, Man City would be winning this game 2-0. Do you know what I mean? The way Haaland is, that's the big difference, isn't it? Arsenal have to narrow that gap if they're going to win the league.
But what I did like Marino saying, was the mentality of the guys and making sure that they're mature in the way in which they play, especially later on in games, not to get, flustered by the noise and the pressure that they're under, but to trust in the process. They're coming through. They've been together for a long period of time now, and their characters are growing, their maturity's growing. So I think they're only going from strength to strength.
Hopefully. Absolutely. Well, then they've got the squad to deal with it as well anyway. Joel, great to have you with us. Thank you very much indeed. Ian, thank you as well as ever.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting into that absolutely grueling League Cup semifinal.
The one that went 8-7 on penalties.
Yeah.
An incredible match.
Exactly. Arsenal over Crystal Palace. And we're going to look at, what the sources are saying about winning mentality.
And tactical adaptation. Especially under that kind of intense pressure, right?
So our mission today is to figure out why Arsenal made such heavy work of it.
Yeah. I mean, they were dominant. They said themselves they created many more goals than the one they scored.
So why did it get so complicated? Let's start with this ruthlessness dilemma for Arsenal.
Okay.
The sources all point to a really dominant first half, but the game was just never put to bed.
Never. And then you get to the second half, and they miss, what was it?
4 big chances.
4. That's just staggering. That has to be a huge psychological blow.
And the thing is, this isn't a one-off, is it?
Not at all. It connects to a season-long trend the sources are picking up on. Arsenal simply has to be more ruthless. I mean, get this for a stat. Their last 3 goals at the Emirates have all been own goals.
Wow. Is that right? That's wild.
It is. And it shows a real need to, focus on that precision for the rest of the season.
So is it just about missing chances, or is there more to it?
Well, it's also about composure. I mean, when you don't kill the game, you open the door.
And then you make a mistake.
Exactly. That poor foul from Saliba that led to the free kick.
You just can't give that away so late in the game.
You really can't. It's a lapse in maturity, a failure to handle the pressure in a better way.
And that lapse is the opening that Crystal Palace were waiting for.
It's the only invitation they needed, because they were a completely different team in the second half.
So much better. The sources are unanimous on that.
Oh, absolutely. They went from being passive to really aggressive. They started breaking the lines.
So what was the systematic change there? What did they do differently?
Well, the key, according to everyone, was Adam Wharton.
Ah, the orchestrator.
The quarterback, they call him. His composure and, his technical ability to always look forward.
He just changed the whole flow of the match.
Fundamentally. The sources say Palace went above and beyond Arsenal in that second 45 minutes.
Which all leads us to that cinematic penalty shootout, an 8-7 marathon.
And the standard was just so high, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. The sources noted that neither goalkeeper got anywhere near any of them.
Not until the very last one, which, sets up this incredible emotional story.
You mean for the goalkeeper, Kia?
Exactly. The narrative of redemption is fascinating here.
Right, because he missed the decisive penalty 3 years ago in this same competition.
He did. And to come back and now save the decisive one, it just goes to show you what the sources say, that everyone in this team has their time and they play a role.
So to wrap this up then, for Arsenal, the takeaways seem pretty clear.
Yeah, it's all about that ruthlessness and late-game composure.
And for Palace, it's about that resilience they showed. That second-half system is a real weapon.
For sure. But I think there's a final sort of provocative thought to leave with here.
Okay, go on.
It's about the beautiful, frustrating nature of football itself, the scoring system.
How do you mean?
Well, Arsenal created so many chances, but at the end of the day, they only scored 1 goal. The sources even draw the comparison to a team like Manchester City, who they say would have been cruising 2-0 by halftime.
Right, and the game would have been over.
Exactly. So the real question this leaves you with is, how do you as a team narrow that gap between creation and conversion when the pressure is at its absolute highest?